It's a Sunday just like any other at this Protestant church in Amarillo in northwest Texas. But when the pastor takes the stage, the tone suddenly becomes political.
We wake up in a city that is a key battleground city in our nation right now when it comes to the issue of abortion, specifically organizations that traffic women right through our city. We have some men that are nationwide warriors, and I want you to give them an Accelerate Church welcome right now as they come forward.
These three men are the face of the battle against abortion rights in Texas, and they've come here to campaign among very receptive voters, evangelicals.
Unborn human beings are being killed. Abortion is outlawed in the state of Texas, but we still have loopholes to close. And God, we know that if this city turns away from you and chooses death, that it is going to be the downfall not just of Amarillo, but also of Texas and of America. Amen.
The discourse here makes it sound like the fight against abortion in Texas is only beginning. Yet for the past 2 years, abortion has been banned in Texas, even in cases of rape or incest. Only 3 out of 40 abortion clinics remain open for the state's 30 million residents.
Hi, good morning. Come on in.
Kathy Kleinfeld used to perform around 15 abortions a day. But since the repeal of Roe v. Wade, which protected abortion rights, her clinic's waiting room has mostly been empty.
We relocated to a smaller space. We went from 5,000 square feet down to 800. We had about 12 staff, and now we have 3 of us.
The number of abortions in Texas has dropped from 4,500 a month to less than 5. This clinic now devotes most of its activity to medical follow-up after clandestine abortions.
Calling Houston Reproductive Services, how may I help you? If you are truly having complications, definitely a fallback is to just go to the emergency room.
Texan women are being forced to perform abortions in their homes with no medical help.
They're scared and trying to figure out what the laws are, what they can say. They're not even sure what they can say on the phone to us. And they're very, mistrusting.
Can I talk to you?
Yeah, sure.
So this patient came in for a follow-up, and she had only taken misoprostol. Don't think she took enough.
To get an abortion, women take the abortion pill, but because it's illegal in Texas, it's mailed in from other states. The pill works up to 10 weeks pregnancy. Beyond that, surgery is required. So Kathy and her team help women travel to a neighboring state where abortion is still legal.
If they go to Albuquerque, I tell them it's about a 13 to 14-hour drive. Okay, Kansas is just a little bit closer, but Kansas has a lot of state laws that they have to have that. Is it over the phone that they could do that state to
They
state?
removed that actually.
Oh, they actually removed it.
Yeah, they.
Okay.
See, so we have.
Yeah.
This is ever changing.
In 2023, more than 35,000 Texan women traveled to another state to get an abortion. Lauren Miller was one of them.
Oh, come on.
For this 38-year-old mother, holding her son Henry is practically a miracle, and the journey was an arduous one. Lauren found out she was pregnant with twins in July 2022. She chose to document the experience in her diary.
I hope, especially with the fall of Roe v. Wade, that this pregnancy is as uncomplicated and normal as my pregnancy with Logan.
But 12 weeks in, Lauren learned that one of her twins had trisomy 18 with no chance of survival.
Through all of this, I was severely, severely sick. Every day that the pregnancy continued and this unviable twin continued to grow, he put his healthy twin brother and myself at more and more risk.
To save one of her babies, Lauren had to abort the other. but none of the doctors she saw agreed to perform the surgery.
They were scared to say the word abortion out loud. One doctor, he was just so frustrated. He took off his gloves and threw them at the trash and just said, "I can't help you anymore. You have to go out of state."
In Texas, a doctor performing an abortion can face up to 99 years in prison, a $100,000 fine, and lose their medical license. So 3 months into her pregnancy, Lauren had to travel 1,300 kilometers to get an abortion in Colorado.
As we went through the airport, I had this big sweater on and was kind of hunching my shoulders forward, trying not to look as pregnant as I was, because I was scared I was going to get pulled out of line and asked why I was traveling to Colorado while pregnant.
Lauren is among 20 women who have filed a lawsuit against the state of Texas. All were denied abortions despite serious complications leading for some to infertility.
Kennedy and members of the Senate Judiciary. Texas's inhumane abortion bans stripped me of my bodily autonomy and kept me from making life and death decisions about my health, my children's health, and the future of my family.
But the law does provide for exceptions. Abortion is prohibited in Texas except in the event of danger of death or serious disability for the mother.
And so the exceptions to our abortion bans were written so that really no one can ever get an abortion. They are worded in such a way that physicians have no idea how to interpret them or how to apply them. They really only want a patient to get an abortion if that patient is on the verge of death. And the maternal mortality rate went up 50%. I mean, it's shocking. The numbers are shocking.
And since the end of Roe v. Wade, the infant mortality rate in Texas has gone up by 13%.
You know, the simple reality is that without my abortion, Henry would not be here. He would be with his twin brother in that urn. Logan, hold on to Henry.
Back in Amarillo, Pastor Mark Lee Dixon has one goal in mind: to eradicate abortion altogether. This city of 200,000 has become the epicenter of the ideological battle over abortion that has divided Texas and the country.
We have to do everything that we can to end this horrible abortion holocaust.
In his crosshairs is Interstate 40, which connects Texas to 3 states where abortion is still legal: New Mexico, Colorado, and Kansas.
This road is being used by abortion traffickers to traffic pregnant mothers and their unborn children across state lines for the purpose of abortion.
They're such human ghouls, they're such soulless individuals. They love abortion, they love death so much that they fund off of it. These are true subhuman individuals.
To fight against those that they consider to be criminals, Mark Lee Dixon and his team of lawyers have drafted a bill dubbed Proposition A, which will be on the ballot on November 5th. The law would allow any citizen to file a complaint against an Amarillo resident suspected of helping a woman travel to another state for an abortion. In this community center, a group of progressive activists are working hard to counter the bill. Lindsay is a nurse, and Courtney runs the town's cafe.
What these ordinances seek to do is that if someone helps another pregnant person travel to New Mexico, Colorado, anywhere to get an abortion, they come back home, they can be sued for up to $10,000 for assisting that person to get an abortion. We grew up here. We never expected this, but Amarillo has become a battleground, and we'll do whatever it takes to protect our community.
Some volunteers are busy preparing contraception kits, which will be distributed freely. Everyone here is worried that this new law will create a climate of suspicion.
I think there's going to be a lot of people trying to be nosy and accuse other people that they're breaking the law so they can benefit from that very large $10,000 fine. That's a crazy thing to dangle in front of people. You don't know who's going to turn you in potentially or tell who. So it's very scary.
Mark Lee Dixon is capitalizing on that fear. He's here to mobilize conservative voters. His target is the kits given out by pro-choice activists.
Now, this kit was obtained at a local coffee shop. This is something they're giving people. This is free. This really shows the sick depravity that we're dealing with. 2 boxes of Plan B one-step emergency contraception. These people are bad neighbors, and it is completely okay to take action against bad neighbors.
But his opponents are fighting back too. Lindsay is scouring the city's most conservative neighborhoods, looking for votes that could make a difference.
I'll do it. I like talking to Republicans.
68% of voters here chose Donald Trump in 2020, but abortion is a divisive issue even among Republicans.
Hi, good morning. We're going around talking to registered voters about an upcoming ballot measure. Would you be interested in hearing about it?
What you got?
So this is called Prop A. It's going to be on the ballot in November. So what this ordinance seeks to do is if someone travels out of state to get an abortion, they come back, they can be fined up to $10,000.
I'm all for that.
All right. Well, what we believe is that it's a violation of privacy. It's a violation of freedom. It uses government overreach to peer into our personal lives. And so we're finding that even folks who are pro-life are against this ordinance.
It's overreach. It's overreach. It's trying to cram everybody has different opinions, right?
Right.
And I don't agree with abortion.
Right.
Right? But with that said, we don't try to make it where if they go out of state and have another, that to me is draconian, and I don't agree with it.
Agreed. Thank you for your time. Thank you. I feel great after having conversations like that because, again, it shows me that regardless of background or belief, that these types of ordinances are not wanted in our community, and it puts some wind in my sails that we may truly defeat this at the ballot in November.
The Republican Party is concerned about the electoral cost of these measures. Ever since the Supreme Court reversal, conservatives have lost every local referendum on the issue of abortion rights.